All right. As you guys know, that there's been a lot of really nasty, bad things happening. The most prevalent being the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't know the man. So, what I'm looking for is leadership to step up. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I just want you to realize that you're not going to find the answers from the people that are currently in office, be it the Senate, be it the Congress, be it the presidency. You're not going to find even the judicial system. You're not going to find the answers that you want. Complete and utter rectification of our political system has to happen. And there's only one way I see it happening, and that's for the people. The people that they don't represent, because they don't live in the day-to-day. They don't live in the trenches where we live. They don't understand. They have no concept of what we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. They live in a fantasy world where they think that every word that they say is rule. That's not how it works, people. I'm sorry I'm getting upset about this, but I fought for my nation for a reason. Because it was my nation. Because I believed in the people. Because I wanted to protect them. All right, now I'm back into that civilian sector after many years. And my dad did the same thing. He wrote congressmen. He wrote senators. He wrote the president. And told them what they were doing wrong on his side, what he could see. Okay, we are so entrenched on our day-to-day that we can't even pay attention to the news, which does a terrible job these days, not compared to what we grew up with back in the 80s. And I'm not trying to generalize. I'm not trying to say my generation is better than anybody else's, but at least when we listened to the media, they did a better job of either hiding the facts or relaying the facts to us in a way that we could digest it and believe in it. Now it's kind of like, everything they put out there is just, and it's so sad because we have such talented people delivering the news. But is it newsworthy? I go to my news, I go international. I go to the BBC because they don't filter their shit. All right? I mean, you may not want to see what happened in Utah. But I think you need to see what happened in Utah to get an understanding of just how heinous the act was. Yeah, although they're desensitizing because of video games and stuff like that. Maybe. I'm not going to go down that path. I'm not going to alienate an entire culture based on a video game. It still comes down to what people's choices are. Someone decided that he needed to act violently to quell something. We don't know what that is. And it's terrible that he had to come to that choice. But he made that choice. Now, you can blame it on whatever you want, but the fact of the matter is that individual took the time to plan and execute another individual based on his beliefs. I thought we were above this. I thought that civilization had come to a point to where we could talk openly and not get violent about it. I mean, if you don't want to talk about a subject because you don't feel that person is representing you or is offending you in some way, then just don't talk about it at that time. Doesn't mean you can't talk about it, but if you're going to bring a point up and you know that it's a controversial point and you have your facts behind you, you need to be able to listen and feel with empathy what the other person is going through. Because not everybody's the same. But that's what they want. They want everybody to be a sheep and be led into the same corral so that we can all be in the same area. And then they pick out the sheep that don't, okay, that one black sheep, we need to pick on that one, take him out of the herd because he's causing an eruption in the aesthetics of the sheep herd. It's basically what it comes down to, people. I don't know how many other... They've done studies where they've put people in different colored t-shirts, and you find that humans instinctively seek out other people with the same t-shirt on. The t-shirt. That's supposed to represent like your color, because instinctively you want to be with people that you feel are like you. And then from there it gets broken up into smaller pieces because they started adding tags to the colored t-shirts that said that they were such and such or this or that. And so now you see a migration. This was all done on a football field, I believe, or on a basketball court, where they took a whole bunch of people and gave them all different colored t-shirts and set them up in the bleachers, and then told them to integrate the way that they felt they should integrate. And it was just an amazing study that I felt represented what happens when people aren't able to communicate verbally. They just do it off of visual or hearing. But when you're able to start interacting verbally with someone, you get to know a lot. You get to process that information. But what happens often, because of outside influences, be it the leadership, be it media, be it, commercials, whatever, companies that dictate the money and the growth of America, not even America, just the world in general. And I've been all over the world, so I've had to integrate my beliefs into a lot of other cultures, and sometimes they didn't mesh, but I had to refrain from being the American male that I am and adapt to their culture, like in the Philippines or in Japan. It's a lesson that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do firsthand. They do it here on the safety of American soil, or supposed safety of American soil. Look, all I'm asking for people out there in social media is to pump the brakes, evaluate where the real issues are, and those issues lead us, I'm telling you right now, they lead us to the leadership that we don't have. The ones that are in office right now don't represent us properly. They don't. I don't care, oh, he's this and he's that. You're idolizing these people for no reason other than that they won somebody's vote because of a bunch of rhetoric and lies. And then they go against their word and don't do what they say they're going to do. Now, whether you hate Trump or not, he's trying to do what he said he was going to do the entire time. So he won. Because people believed in what he said he was going to do. And now he's doing it. And everybody's like, ah. So I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're Democrat. I'm neither. I'm actually what they consider a fencer. But then that would be considered somebody who believes in the fence or doesn't believe in the fence. Whatever. I am in the middle. I am in the 40% that flocks to the middle of the map. If you're going to map it out, you've got left and right. Okay, I'm in the dead center because I have things on the right and things on the left that I believe in, and I believe that those things can mesh together and come to the middle and have an amicable way of life that is representative of as many people as we can. Now, if you have 100% of people, and I take 20 from the left in the middle and 20 from the right in the middle, and I put them together, that's 40%, and that beats 30 and 30. Does that mean we need a third party? Maybe. Or do we need people to just wake the F up? This is Big Nate Streaming Circus. This is my editorial rant for Friday. My thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that was affected by what happened this last week. And let's hope that justice is found. Let's hope that people can heal. And let's try as a nation to do better. Because I know we can. It's just a matter of us coming together and leading the leadership to where we want to be. Have a great Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Work hard. God bless. Big Nate out.